aka Padders. So it's 2025, 31 Days of Dread. We're still doing it. This is extended. These are just supplemental extra horror movies that I absolutely love that we can still watch because we all know Halloween lasts. Halloween, it goes right into Thanksgiving, right? So this is a horror movie for you. We're going to talk 2025 together. Let's go.
Quiet on the set.
Camera speed.
Sound production, take one.
Action!
We have a movie. Welcome back, guys. AKAPAD here. You know me. The film buff. The most regular and obsessive film buff movie podcast out there on the open market. Available for free. No ads. Did you guys know the only ads we run on this program are the ads of me, AKAPAD, Peter A. DeLuca from Philadelphia, PA. But it's of me to remind you guys to subscribe or break down the schedule, my overall content. It's like self ads, okay? Let's just jump into this because I'm on the train coming back from Harrisburg, PA, coming back from Buffalo. And I was checking what's available on Prime because, well, you know, my wonderful fiance, she's waiting for me, like excited to see me. We're going to get some food. We're going to have a little bit of a movie night as soon as I get back. And Together comes up on my Amazon feed. It's a deal. I love the deal. I always go to the deal tab in Amazon Prime. Now, I think it was down to 20 from 25. It's just, but the rental was sick. So I said, this time I said to AK Powers, let me just rent this movie. So I rent the movie so we have it ready to go by the time I get home. She's coming back from her office. And I put this movie on. And what we get might be the best horror movie of 2025. Now, the poster for this movie, like some of the ads, it says the best horror movie of the year. This might be it. See, I know a lot of people are going into Weapons. Weapons right now available also on HBO Max. Go subscribe, check it out. But Weapons essentially is a witch possession tale. This movie is a saga, and I say saga because it has a rich backstory. This is an ancient evil, a practice that's worshipped but lost in time, maintained by few, that merges two people together. But the people, for this ceremony, we'll call it, to work, you have to love each other for it to work properly and effectively. I mean, effectively within the context of the story, aka Padders. But your souls merge and you become euphoric 24/7. So Together is the story of how two individuals can fracture within their relationship, where the footing slips a little and the commitment slips a little. But they're put on this path. They're put on the path of horror, breaking bones, bodies uncontrollably contorting themselves. You start to lose control. You start to go through pain. But then these two characters find themselves. And when they find themselves at the end of this movie, oh, spoiler, sorry about that. You're happy for them. You actually feel good. And then we see the effects of all of this in the final shot. And the final shot of this movie, I think, is as significant as what we saw in Presence, the Steven Soderbergh movie. Also, I believe that was maybe 3 years ago, 2023. Fact check me on that. So we get this opus in a particular way by Michael Shanks. This is his first movie. But this movie, as artfully, wonderfully exact directed as this is. Now, he's surrounded by people who've been around the block a few times. But we have cave sequences, we have school sequences, so much of this horror takes place in rural America, well-to-do, but somewhat isolated. Some of these small towns, they have communities that are, self-maintained, and they look great, like lawns, foliage, perfect trees. That's a little bit where we live in this. And then we get this plight of James Franco's character. He's a musician that had dreams, and he still has those dreams, and potentially that's holding back the relationship. She's a school teacher. And we have a couple that they're not having sex. They're distant from each other. They get possessed, we'll say. Because I don't want to break down how the gimmick works in this movie. But it's cult-like. It's a bell. The bell must be rung. The bell merges to... It's really cool stuff. I think they swung for the fences, and I think that ball got over. So we learned a little bit more about the mechanics of this through, like the fault of all of these movies is just really the exposition dump, where the exposition dump is essentially just talking to us and telling us. Sometimes it's, again, through someone old, someone experienced, someone that's been studying this. In this case, very similar to Get Her Back, we have a video cassette. The video cassette kind of explains it all to us. Now, in Get Her Back, that video, we don't know where it came from. We don't know. We see glimpses of it. We don't see the entire tape. A little bit more orchestrated, I'll say, plot-wise. It's deliberate to be evasive. Here, they just tell us no big deal. I think this movie comes, pun intended, comes together at the end. I think there's a little bit of a euphoria you feel yourself when you just see these two people get through their adversity. And here we go, right? So horror is a reflection of ourselves. This movie is of the fear of drifting away from someone and still loving that person and not knowing what the move should be, not knowing what your best move should be. It's important, my AKAPADers. I think this is really there for like top 3 horror movie of the year. We can make arguments. I think it's a little bit of a taste level, a little bit of a presentation level, frickin' frack on what's number 1. A little bit of a show note. We're going to get back to the 31 Days of Dread. I still owe you guys a couple episodes. I owe you guys an update episode and a recap episode of the 31 Days of Dread. We're putting this one in 31 Days of Dread Extended, if you guys haven't seen, on the thumbnail or title. I might go back. Let me go back and re-record a little intro, because we need this one in the 2025 Extended. This is a 2025 movie. We're still Halloweened, right? I mean, come on. Halloween, we know Halloween lasts until Thanksgiving. So let me just wrap that up. But guys, this movie is a full recommendation. Well executed, well shot, amazingly acted. The gimmick is there. The allegory is there. This is everything we want out of American horror. It's just worth it. Go check it out.
Okay, that's a wrap.